I am so super excited and nervous at the exact same time. Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome to my YouTube channel. I never thought I was going to do a YouTube video, but I have had a blog on Facebook and I figured might as well just do my videos on YouTube now. So here I am. Before we start, hi, my name is Deborah. I am a mom, fiance, daughter, sister, cousin, and friend, and sometimes foe, depending on who you ask, I guess. I have a love for romance novels, photography, makeup, skincare, hair care. I love Moscato wine, coffee, and many more interests and hobbies that I'm pretty sure I'll cover in future videos. I will be filming my book reviews that I do on YouTube now. Well, mostly, well, you know, filming them and then uploading them onto YouTube. I also have a stutter, and you'll see that as this video that I'm doing now and other future videos that I upload, you'll see that. So I ask for your patience and please be kind. I welcome you and I thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe. I wanted to do this video style that I've seen on YouTube for quite some time, and it's basically a get to know me Q&A. Actually, two of my friends have sent me questions for a questionnaire, and so this is me answering them. So bear with me as I go through it. What's the funniest thing you have ever done? This question. Question one, what's the funniest thing you've ever done? So I've had a lot of very funny things that I've personally done, but mostly I feel like the funniest thing that I have done so far retold my daughter's birth story a lot, like in detail at my old job. And like I full on details, did not leave anything out. And the funny thing is that I was not embarrassed by saying it, because you know, it's literally, this is like life. I gave birth to life, so I had a story to tell. I basically just had I held my head up high at this in the HR office area, and I just left it. I laugh at it now because I know that was too much information, but in all honesty, I kind of didn't care. Number two. What was your most awkward situation at work? Okay, so awkward situation. So this was awkward and this was frustrating at the exact same time. So I was working at a video store. This was my first job, and I had just got promoted to a supervisor, manager like position. It was like shift leader, and it was my first week. And one of the girls that I was working with for like probably about a half hour or so, she immediately leaves. And she said she was going on her lunch, and lunches were about 30 to 45 minutes, and then that's it. But she never returned. So I had a line that went from the front all the way to the back of the store, and then it curled around. She, like I said, she never returned, and I literally had this long line of people, and they could see that I was getting frustrated. I was apologizing to everybody for the wait because I was the only person there. And it felt awkward to stand there and just start to tear up and cry. And I was so overwhelmed by everything. And lucky for me, majority of all of these people were regulars, and two of them who I call like my favorite biker guys. They were actually in the back, and they were just like, "It's okay, honey. It's okay. We're here for you. You're doing great." And I was just like, he just made this awkward yet frustrating situation a little bit more better. So, you know, I had another person come in and we closed together. So it was just like, that to me was so incredibly frustrating. And yeah, I was all by myself for a few hours that night. Favorite food, dessert, or drink? My favorite food is taco salad. My mom makes it for me, or had made it for me one time for my birthday, and then she just continued on to make this for me, and it's one of my favorite things to eat. My favorite dessert is a toasted almond cream cake, and this is you can only find this, as far as I know, at Whole Foods, and it's only I've only seen it at Whole Foods. So toasted almond cream cake, go grab it. It's actually really good. And my favorite drink, well, if it's coffee, it's a white peppermint mocha. But if we're talking alcohol beverage, we're just gonna go with Moscato wine, because that's my favorite. What is something you're afraid to do or try to do? I'm mostly, so I don't drive. Hopefully that's gonna change soon. But I know that I must do it. But that is actually a story for another day. Yeah, that's a story that I'll talk about in another video, hopefully. Describe your idea of a perfect day. Okay, this is my idea of a special day. My idea of a perfect day is taking our daughter shopping, going to like get ice cream with her, and then coming home to eat dinner and just watch a movie on Netflix with all three of us just sitting on the couch and just relaxing and everything. And then her going to bed early, and then me going to take a nice bubble bath. I feel like that's kind of like a good day. I don't know if there's such a thing as a perfect day, but I feel like that would be my perfect day. Sorry, my battery died. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? I honestly want to go back to the UK. We had gone to London back in September, and I just feel like I didn't get to experience everything that I wanted to do there, and I honestly really would go back to seeing all the other places that I wanted to see, and just like maybe hopefully go to other places. Like I would love to go to Paris. I would love to go to like Ireland. I would love to go to Scotland. I would love to go to India, like etc. Like, you know, but definitely need to go back to London first, and then go to all those other beautiful, beautiful countries. Job-wise, if you could do anything, what would it be? Photography. Like, hands down, photography. Name a time or situation where you laughed so hard you cried or peed yourself. This was kind of a little bit of a joke that had happened. I bought a bike for myself, and I rode it from, Actually, I had it at my mom's for a good like few days. Like I rode it from work to my mom's house, which was like, my mom's apartment was right up the street from my job at the time. And she told me that, you know, because the bike has been sitting there in the garage for a while, she just wants to, you know, not trip over it. So I decided, okay, I'll go ahead and grab the bike and ride it all the way back to my house. And I had to take one specific route because if I took another one, it would have been a little bit more difficult. So, because some areas on that road you can't be, it's like not safe to be on a bike. So I went down a different route instead. So anyway, it took me an hour because I kept on, like probably a little bit more than an hour, because I kept on having to stop. The seat was so uncomfortable, and there was a lot of hills, there was downhill, there was just, oh my gosh, it was so hard. And then I was just sore the next day, but I walked and limped like I had just rode a horse for a very long time. And so I was like going like that. And one of my coworkers actually had come up to me and she said, "Why are you walking so funny?" And I told her what had happened, and she was just like, "So you broke your ass." I was laughing so hard when she said that. I was laughing so hard that I cried. I was just like, this, it felt so true. What makes you so passionate about books and or photography? So I love romance books. I get so lost in a good love story. You know, love stories, they make you believe and they make you hope. You know, it's not just smut or like a good time for mommy or anything like that. Like, it's literally just, to me, love stories just, they showcase fate, hope, destiny, and they just give you like really, really nice feelings, and like the buttery and like a butterfly feeling in your stomach. Like I love those kind of love stories. I've experienced that, so you know, I am currently still experiencing it. So you know, I love photography. I love capturing these very small moments and just having them be, because the small moments are the big moments. Like, for example, I had taken a picture of my nephews when they were just, after they had just opened up their Christmas gifts, and it's such a sweet little moment between them, because, you know, it's like, "Oh, brother, you can sit next to me and we can just go ahead and look at our stuff." And it was just such a sweet, sweet moment between the two that I had to take pictures of. And yeah, so to me, small moments, capturing small moments and turning them to big ones it feels very, very rewarding, as me knowing that I had captured that moment and everything. Hopefully I explained that very well, but you never know. I do have a lot of my photography on my Instagram page, and I'll share it to you here. So I welcome you to follow me on Instagram, and follow me on my Facebook page as well, and my Twitter. Question number 10. What advice do you have about overcoming your fears, or to encourage people that are scared to do this, scared to do something? So I recently purchased something that's hanging up in my office. I'm not in my office right now. And it says, "I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it." So I've actually related this quote to relationships, to careers, or jobs, and to having kids. And I believe this is my life quote. And, you know, I had so many situations that were not easy, but I overcame them. And in the end, they were worth it. Question number 11. Would you ever do karaoke, sober or drunk? And if so, what song would you choose? Oh dear Lord. I can't carry a tune, like, at all. I'll sing along with my daughter for, like, certain things that I see on TV. But I would do karaoke. However, I would not do it sober. I feel like if you are not sober while you're doing karaoke, people are a lot more forgiving. So, and I would choose Disney songs, to be honest. But don't drink and drive. Never. Call for an Uber, call for a Lyft, call for a family friend to come get you, but never drive drunk. Was middle school or high school more awkward for you? I honestly would have to say both. Both of them were very, very awkward for me. I remembered being not very sporty, like in PE, and it just... So there was this one girl, she had just gotten picked for being on a team, and I don't remember if it was basketball or volleyball, but that we were playing in PE, but she had gotten picked, and then I was picked next. And I was shocked that because usually I am always last to be picked. And she flat out, in a not very subtle way, told our team captain that she's like, "No, Deborah sucks." And I was like, okay, so this is going to be awkward. In high school, I don't remember what the situation was, but I basically had said to the same girl, I'll be your best friend if you do it, or oh, I love you forever, or something like that, because she did something for me, and I don't really remember the situation. And then she goes like, "Really? We're not even friends." So I'm like, okay, so this is awkward. So yeah, that to me was, I feel like middle school and high school were both very awkward. I just didn't really like it. Yeah, because I just felt like I was alienated the whole time. Yeah, so it wasn't... I didn't really have a very great experience in middle school or high school, to be honest. Should we discuss the funny but embarrassing incident that happened during a middle school dance? Oh my god. So I previewed these questions before I even started answering them, and this one made me laugh. I was dancing with a group of girls, and my pants ripped in the back, like up the back. Favorite movies, comedy, drama, scary, etc. Favorite comedy itself is The Hangover, but favorite action movie that had a lot of comedy to it is Deadpool. Loved Deadpool. Favorite scary movie is Halloween H2O, which is Halloween 7, 20 years later. That to me was absolutely my favorite scary movie. And favorite drama goes to 50 Shades Darker. Now, yes, I am that person that loves 50 Shades of Grey. I loved the books. And I did love the movies, but my favorite movie in that whole trilogy was the second movie, because the second book was my favorite. So there. Sorry, don't judge me. Or fine, judge me all you want to. I still loved the movie and the books. What's a song that you can't help but sing or dance to when it comes on? It's gonna be Me by NSYNC. Sue me. I love NSYNC. If you could only choose one makeup item, what would it be? Well, back in high school, it would have been under eye concealer. These days now, because I'm a mom and I'm literally like on the go a lot. I would rather have my eyebrows being done. I'd rather have like color on my eyebrows, and I don't care that much about like under eye concealer that much. Eyebrows now is my answer. Favorite binge-worthy TV show goes to I Love Lucy. I love that show. I love the series. I had the series on DVD. I love to watch that show. Go to room decor as a teen. I had boy band posters. So I had boy band posters, and I also had TV posters. I had like NSYNC, and then I had Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And at one point or another, I had a guiding light wall. So those were my go-tos. Are you more of a prankster or someone who falls for a good prank? I'm a mix of both. I'll do jump scares on a couple people, but I've been pranked too, and I always laugh. So it's a mixture, a little mixture of both. Celebrity crush as a teen and celebrity crush now. As a teen, I loved Justin Timberlake and Ryan Phillippe. Now I love, I'm hoping I can pronounce his name correctly. So I love Michele Morrone. He's an Italian actor / model. And I love Michael Rourke, and I love Jamie Dornan. So those are my answers for that. From when you first started with your video reviews to now, how much more confident are you? I will admit I was very nervous when I first started doing video reviews, and I honestly thought anyone who'd seen them would think that this is like a waste of my time, a waste of their time. But to be all honest, like I was also nervous because I didn't want anyone to make fun of me because I stuttered or because I just love romance novels. But that isn't the case anymore. I notice a lot of people post video content that are like related to like true crime and beauty, lifestyle, baby blogging, traveling, exploring, doing like haunted videos, etc. Like people have their own preferences as to what they love to talk about or what they love to do. And I love to read romance novels, and I like to review them, and I like to give my recommendation if someone's looking for a good romance book. So, you know, it felt more encouraging to do these types of videos. Like I said, plus I love to share what books I really loved and what authors I really loved, and I have respect for those authors, and I have respect for their books and everything. And I would just, why not share what they have done? So, worst fight or argument with a sibling growing up. Okay, and thinking about it now, was it really a big deal? Honestly, I don't really remember a lot of the arguments that I've had with my siblings in the past. I'm the middle child, so I have one older sister and one younger sister. I remember being blamed for something that wasn't my fault, and my younger sister liked to turn that around and pin it on me, and you know, that would always cause an argument as to who was telling the truth. And yeah, if my sisters are watching this right now, I believe they know what I'm talking about. So, is it a big deal now? No, it wasn't. Was it a big deal then? Yes, it was. But, you know, we fight. We had fought a lot while we were growing up, but these days now we don't. We're just very interested in what is going on in each other's lives. So that's my answer to that one. If you were in the back of a police car, what do you think people would assume for? Honestly, I don't really know. Maybe for finally speaking what I really think about certain things. I mean, I'm allowed to have thoughts. So. Maybe my friend might have a better answer for me because she's the one that picked this question out. Favorite Christmas memory as a child? So whenever, so growing up, whenever we had Christmas morning and, you know, whenever Christmas morning came around, we would come out of our rooms and we would always hide our faces or hide our eyes because we didn't want to see what Santa had left. And we would go into our mom's bedroom and we would just wait there until she was ready for us to come out, because we would have our she would video our reaction to our Christmas presents being out by the tree and everything. So, you know, I loved that. That was honestly one of my favorite Christmas memories, because that happened every Christmas. We have a lot of Christmas videos when that had happened, so anyway. You are going to a costume party and trying to win best costume. Do you go with funny, creative, or sexy? And what is the costume? You know, I remember thinking that I would love to have dressed up as like a zombie Power Ranger. What is something you think everyone should do or try at least once? Okay, if you have never had Indian food, try it. It's so good. Yes, it can be spicy, but it will be worth it. You can always ask them to make it like mild spice. You don't have to have it like extremely spicy. Water break. What's your take on love at first sight and everything happens for a reason? You know, I do believe someone has experienced the feeling of like butterflies in your stomach when you first see somebody like across the room, you make eye contact, and you just feel like you're floating. Like, I feel like that could be considered as love at first sight. And I do believe everything happens for a reason. You know, we all want a good life. We all make changes to have that good life. Sometimes we do it ourselves. Sometimes a higher power or something out there in the universe actually makes it happen for us. But you know, it does get done, and any kind of task that we have or any kind of task that we don't get done, it just, some things just happen, and everything happens for a reason. You know, there's a reason why you left a job. There's a reason why you go to school. There's a reason of having a brand new house. Like, everything happens for a reason. I just feel like it does. If you don't mind sharing, what's a bad experience or horrible event that you dealt with that made you stronger? I do plan on talking about these experiences, and I do plan on actually doing that in a future video. So that'll actually be my answer, so stay tuned for that one. You won the lottery. The first items you splurge on must start with the letters of your name. Oh my god, my friend's fun. Alright. Decor, eyebrow products or eyeshadow palette, Bath and Body Works, resorts, you know, for a vacation, and Amazon. Here goes, DEBRA. Something you did as a teen you thought was cool that now makes you think, what was I thinking? Okay, so this was a long time ago. and I hope that nobody ever does this. I shoplifted a pack of cigarettes for a friend when I was a teen. There was like this convenience store that was in our neighborhood and not very good security, and I ended up just taking it. So, kids, never give in to peer pressure and don't smoke, please. What is family friendship to you, and how would you describe it? Family isn't just your mom, your dad, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. You know, they're the people who love you and respect you and support you. You know, they cheer you on to follow your dreams and your goals. They also tell you when you're being ridiculous and to think logically. And friendship to me is the same. I mean, I have friends who I call sisters. My daughter calls them their aunties. They always have my back. I have theirs. They cheer me up when I need it. I am 100% sure they would tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Name a trend everybody loves but you can't stand. Okay. I have a few trends for this one. I can't stand it when someone says cray cray or vacay. I don't understand what's wrong with using the words crazy and vacation all of a sudden. Like, it's just, like, suddenly saying it is just not the right way to say it. Another one is these new math problems that I'm seeing, and now I see YouTubers and people on Instagram doing this funky eyeliner thing where they take the eyeliner all the way out and then they bring it back into their crease, and I'm just like, what is this? To each of their own, I guess. But, you know, it's not my thing. I don't think that looks good. It just doesn't make sense to me. So these last few questions are actually from another friend of mine, and because she wanted to join in on the fun here, so here we go. What is your first memory ever? And you know, I feel like when you reach a certain age, that's when you actually start remembering certain things in your life. For me, it was the trip to Disneyland when I was 3 years old and kissing Grumpy on his nose, because I just felt like, you know, I felt like he just needed a small little kiss on the nose because he always seemed grumpy. So anyway. How old were you when you had your first kiss or crush? I don't remember how old I was when I had my first crush. I'm thinking maybe my mom or my sisters remember. But I believe my first kiss was a dare, and it was just a quick peck. And I don't really remember how old I was when that happened. I was pretty young. If you could go back in time and change one thing about the past, what would it be? I would tell my 18-year-old self that he isn't worth it. And I'm sure that would change my present and my future as well. That's one of those things that everything happens for a reason. So, last couple questions, I promise. If you could talk to someone who has died, who would it be? I would talk to my grandma. I was very close with her. I keep saying that she would have hated that Guiding Light was canceled. But I have a feeling that she would have loved Grey's Anatomy. She would have not liked texting or couldn't get a hold of it. And she would have loved her great-grandkids. Like, for sure. 100%. And the last and final question of this Get to Know Me Q&A for the first video of 2022. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, I do. I believe there are occurrences we just have no explanation for. Sightings we can't grasp. I do believe in heaven and hell. I do believe in limbo. Judge all you want. I know that there are skeptics out there, and there's nothing wrong with trying to find a logical explanation for something that was unusual. But for me, I do believe in the paranormal, and I don't want to mess with it. Well, I will mess with it at my own house. I might want to go see like the Winchester mansion, and probably not the Sally house though. Anyway guys, that's it. Okay, so thank you very much for sticking around for this long. If you've lasted for this whole video, thank you so much. I do value it. Please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see future videos. And I will see you soon. Alright, bye guys. Happy New Year again. Bye.